Feed me your penis. I want to eat it for dinner.
Anyway, episode 6, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, we're raw dogging it again. No guests, just like the pilot. It's crazy.
You know, it's gonna. I'm in charge of the editing, so this episode is gonna start with Crypto saying, "I want your penis. Let me eat it," or whatever you said.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care about that. Good.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to chew it. I want to chew your penis with my teeth, with my mandibles. I want to shred it.
Is that a category of being gay? Is that like a gay thing?
I don't think so. That's more like a weird cannibal thing.
Cannibals are kind of gay.
You think so? You think it's gay to physically, fellas? Is it gay to consume the flesh of another man? To ingest their physically ingest their body and absorb nutrients, absorb the nutrients from their flesh.
You know how people drink coffee? You know, they like pucker their lips. That's kind of why I imagine a cannibal eating fingers is they pucker their lips. That's sucking on finger. Yeah, that's what. This is what I imagine a cannibal doing.
You're a cannibal?
This is pretty gay, though. I mean, look, this is.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty gay. It's just a picture of a baby.
Are cannibals gay? Can we actually find that? No, the sexual orientation of a cannibal is not determined by their diet.
Yeah, shocking. Why do you need an AI to tell you that? Your brain stops working. I think officially your brain has stopped working.
No, but okay. So it's kind of gay to kiss men, like on the lips, right?
But if you eat their lips,
how does that
nullify? That's gross. That's eating skin. That's gross. You
how does that nullify the
butcher them?
How does that nullify the gay polarity?
The gay polarity? What are you talking about?
Like, I don't fucking know. It's a South Park thing. You know, in South Park, Cartman.
You gotta stop watching South Park, bro.
Cartman was gonna make Butters out to be a gay person by putting his penis in his mouth, like Butters' penis is in Cartman's mouth, and then he was.
I do not remember this.
And then Kyle told him to reverse the gay polarity, because now everyone thinks he's gay for having had Butters' penis in his mouth. To reverse the gay polarity, he had to put his penis in Butters' mouth, and then he'll be straight again. And he believed it.
Okay.
What are we talking about? Are cannibals gay?
You brought up South Park. Noah, what are you talking about? I mean, they could be, but that has nothing to do with them being cannibals.
I just feel I would be pretty gay to eat a man. I would probably want to. Okay, how about this? If you had to choose between a man eating a man or eating a woman, who would you eat?
Oh, for cannibalism purposes? Well, I feel like a woman's gonna be better marbled. I think the meat will be tastier.
You would eat.
I feel like dudes would be tough and stringy.
No, just let's say
dudes are like game meat.
Sure, they're like a boar, and a woman is like a gazelle. Yeah. This is some Jordan Peterson shit we're hitting on. Did you know that men don't like lobsters and women are like crabs?
No, we gotta go full misogynist with it. All right, women are cows, right? And men are I don't know, wild bulls, steers. I don't know. Yeah.
I've heard bear meat is pretty bad. Okay, all things equal, bear meat that is supposed to be very bad to eat. Either way, anyway. So all things equal, let's say they are similar body composition. Who would you choose to eat? A man's or a woman's?
So a man with a similar body composition as a woman, so the same like body fat percentage.
Everything similar.
I gotta go with the man on that one. I feel like the nutrients are gonna match more what my body would need. Like if I eat testosterone, that gives me testosterone, right? That's science.
Does testosterone stay in the body after you're dead?
I don't know. I also don't think you can. I don't think you can absorb it through your stomach. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
Well, actually,
I'm pretty sure your
there's this whole
body
thing
produces
about-
it.
So you remember the Liver King? He all he did was eat liver and testicles all day, and apparently,
Yeah, well, and also take steroids. I mean,
and apparently, eating testicles does raise your testosterone. Yeah, let me show you.
well, you wouldn't know that from the Liver King because he was also roided up. He admitted it.
No, eating testicles will not boost testosterone. But what the fuck? When I searched this up,
owned immediately. AI owned you.
When I searched this up a while ago, it said, no, okay. Because the hormones are broken down during digestion. While some believe eating animal testicles might increase testosterone due to trace amounts of the hormone, oral testosterone has a very low bioavailability because
this is
the
what I was
liver
saying.
metabolizes.
Yeah.
What about
I mean, this is like, because it's like, okay, why is every medicine not a pill, right? Because some things you can't just eat and get it into your body that way. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
right?
no,
that's why when the guys that are juicing, they're like injecting it, right? Because you can't just orally take steroids, or at least not. I mean, as far as I'm aware, not normal steroids. Maybe.
Okay. Another question, and this was from an episode of It's Always Sunny, and I was kind of thinking about it because they were tricked into thinking that they are cannibals, and they went to the morgue and they had a black corpse and a white corpse in front of them. And I thought that's an excellent question that arose, which is it racist to always want to eat a white corpse over a black corpse?
See, I gotta go for an Indian corpse because there's gonna be spicier, more delicious.
How is that not racist? Where's Frollo? Let's get Frollo in here to
Of course that's racist.
You.
Of course that's racist.
Okay, so it is racist.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking. I don't actually believe that a lifetime of eating curry makes your muscles spicy. That's very stupid.
I'm looking this up. Do all races taste the same? No, not everyone tastes the same way. And studies suggest that factors like ethnicity, genetics, and culture can influence taste perception.
No, but this is how that's their perception of taste, not how they taste to someone else. AI will never be able to understand your question because no one has ever typed this in anywhere ever. This is you being an insane person.
No, human meat from different races does not taste different, as race is a social construct without a biological basis for taste difference. Factors like diet, age, and muscle to fat ratio can influence the taste and texture of meat, but these are not determined by race. Okay, so race isn't even real, so we can't even. There's no dark meat.
Why did you just need the fucking Google Gemini, the worst AI that exists? Why did you need it to tell you this? Like you have said race is not as a social construct to me a million times before. Why did you have to have it tell you this now? I don't understand.
No, but because there is okay. So I understand race is a social construct. However, different cultures can have different diets, and maybe diets can affect the taste of your meat. This is okay. So you know how seabirds, you can't eat seabirds because their meat is supposedly oily and greasy and fishy.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is so funny.
Seabird's meat is generally described as gamey, dark, and fishy. What dark? How is dark a taste? That's a color, idiots. Well, the texture is similar to liver.
Well, hold on. What did it say? Read it again.
Seabird meat is generally described as gamey, dark, and fishy.
Yeah, described as.
Sure. I guess the color is dark.
Yeah.
I thought the dark was like a dark roast, like a coffee.
No, it's just you were the one who made it only about flavor, right?
Anyway, because that's what I'm focused on.
Sure, I got
texture similar to liver. The specific flavor varies depending on the bird's diet. Those that eat a lot of fish taste more fishy. So yeah, that's what I mean with, obviously, race is not real, right? But people eat different shit depending on where they're on the earth.
Yeah, some people are gamier, darker, and fishier. Those are the actual races. Gamey, dark, and fishy.
Which one is white people?
I think gamey. I think that probably makes the most sense. Yeah.
Which one fishy? Which one is that?
That's got to be Asians, right? They eat the most fish.
It's every single time we record an episode, we're jeopardizing our whole careers. Like even careers outside.
No, I mean the thing is, this is too stupid to be real, to even be really racist, right? I mean, the things we're saying are completely idiotic. So not. If anybody thinks we really believe this, they have to think we're like the dumbest people that have ever existed. I don't know. I don't know how you can listen to this and take us at all seriously.
Did we ever come to a resolution on the whole gay cannibal thing?
Yeah, the immediate resolution is, of course, cannibals are not categorically gay. That is stupid. You're dumb.
That's going to be, by the way, the title of this segment is "Gay Cannibals."
Oh my god!
Hold on, gay cannibal Armin Meiwes. Armin Meiwes, born December 1st, is a German former computer repair technician who received international attention for murdering and cannibalizing Bernd Brandes, whom he had found via the internet as a voluntary victim in March 2001. Jesus Christ, that was ancient internet. After Meiwes and the victim jointly attempted to eat the victim's severed penis, Meiwes murdered his victim and proceeded to eat a large amount of his flesh. He was arrested in December 2002. In January 2004, Meiwes, am I pronouncing Meiwes?
I don't know.
Mewing.
It's German. Yeah. Who cares?
Meiwes was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 8 years and 6 months in prison. In a retrial in May 2006, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment because of his acts. Meiwes is also known as the Rothenburg Cannibal or Der Metzgermeister, the Master Butcher, the Master Butcher, the Master Butcher. That's funny. From the signature he used in his emails. The house where the murder took place was destroyed in a suspected arson attack that occurred in early morning of 17th April 2023. Wait, what is gay about him? Is that he ate a penis? Is that the gay thing?
Well, maybe he's had like boyfriends or something.
Gay. Let's see. Gay. Ah, there. Let's see. This is the interesting part. Despite his financial success, Brands was increasingly unhappy with his life due to interpersonal difficulties. His worsening relationship with his father ended with the elder Brandes cutting off contact with his son for coming out in 1990. Between 1987 and 1994, Brands was engaged to a woman. So this is the guy that got eaten. But the couple broke up after Brands cheated on her with a man during a business trip to the United States. From 1995 to 2000, Brands lived in Berlin, Tempelhof, engaging in casual sex with dates from gay bars, as well as maintaining romantic relationship with several women from Germany. Wait, so he's bisexual? He's heteroromantic.
I mean, he came out. So he came out in 1990, and then he was fucking dudes in gay bars, and then I don't know. I'm not. Maybe he wasn't totally out of the closet, so he needed to have. I don't know. This is an interesting.
Now, here's the analogy. Here's the analogy. So in Attack of Titan, when you eat the Titan shifter, you gain their ability. So the cannibal wasn't gay, but what I'm trying to say is does he become gay for eating a gay man's penis?
I think I haven't seen enough Attack on Titan to know what you're talking about, but you should probably bleep all that out for spoilers.
Oh, whatever. Dude, Attack on Titan has been out for a while. Either way,
yeah.
Do you think?
Well, you just spoiled something for me.
Well, I thought you were watching Attack on Titan.
I've seen one season.
Oh fuck! I ruined it for you. Anyway,
I wasn't paying attention enough to catch what you said, so it's all right. But someone will have heard something about the show.
Do you think it's gay to eat a gay man's penis?
No.
Why does this come up when I search gay cannibal?
Well, okay, first of all, you read like 5% of this article.
So the Muse guy, the cannibal guy, he wasn't gay, but he ate a man who consented to be
How do you
eaten.
know? How do you know?
Because I searched gay and
Oh my
nothing about him.
god! And you found
Okay,
one
well, okay,
sentence from looking for specifically the word gay. Corvo, fucking okay. You, you can't you can't be this lazy and this certain. You gotta pick one.
Okay, so this is his adult life. Between 1981 and 1993, Muse served as a contractor soldier in the German army, largely spent stationed at the Alheimer barracks outside of Rothenburg, and became a non-commissioned officer of the 52nd Panzer Grenadier Brigade. That's a gay sounding brigade, by the way. Due to the close proximity to his home, Muse drove back and forth to continue to live with his mother. Soldiers and civilians employees.
Okay, hold on. The last sentences in this section on adulthood is what you care about. Two relationships with local women failed after Muse disclosed his preferences for both sexes.
So he was bisexual, and
Sure, yeah.
So he was a bisexual man who ate the penis of a gay man who wanted to.
The other guy was also. I mean, the other guy also might have been bi too. From what we read, he had relationships with men and women. So I don't know.
I mean, this is a fascinating story. Cannibal fetishism. So there is something about this. During sessions with police experts, Muse had explained that his desire for cannibalism had developed during his adolescent years, having spent summer vacations in rural Westfield. He was inducted to a home slaughtering of cattle, poultry, hogs, and deer by neighbors at the early age, and taught how to gut small animals such as rabbits around the age of 6. Yeah, dude, fucking.
Yeah,
that's a classical sign of sociopathy.
This is making of a murderer. This is some like crazy, like, how do you deliberately turn a child into a psychopath? Have him become a butcher? I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
fucking Germans, when I was insane people.
When I was his age, rabbits and small animals were pets, and you put your hand on them and you pet
what
them.
You do is you tear their skin from their body so that way you can extract a little bit of meat that's on a fucking rabbit.
Jesus. He named the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel and a film adaptation of the novel Robinson Crusoe as early influences, with the latter standing out for him for featuring a scene where the character Friday voiced interest in showing his reverence for fellow tribesmen by consuming his remains.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he means the real Hansel and Gretel, right? In the United States, we get this weird, like, all of those Grimm fairy tales have all been edited for children to actually be appropriate for children. But like in Germany, they hear the original one, the real one, where there's a witch that's eating children, and they find a bone in a cage and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the original Hansel and Gretel is like, all original German stories have been whitewashed beyond recognition. It was all murder and cannibalism and stuff with kids.
Yeah. I mean, as I can tell you from my insane German family, all German people are nuts.
Okay, so here this is interesting. Muse stated that as he grew older, his fantasies would fade into the background whenever he was in a relationship, but the death of his mother on 2nd of September 1999 caused him to focus more intensely on it. Muse is bisexual, but stated that his cannibal fetish was exclusively directed at men. He wanted to eat man penis. That's gay.
Well, he did.
Yeah. As an adult, Muse kept recordings of TV documentaries about the Vietnam War and read literature about cannibalistic serial killers such as Fritz Haarmann, another German, Jeffrey Dahmer. Isn't Jeffrey Dahmer of German origin? Muse also filmed amateur fetish video. Muse also filmed amateur fetish videos for personal usage, wherein he would cover himself in ketchup while pretending to cut himself, hang himself up by his feet via block and tackle to resemble a slaughtered animal carcass, or eat marzipan and minced meat he had formed into human or phallic shapes. He kept collages of cut-out body parts from pornographic magazines on a grill and copies of videos locked in a safe. After he stopped producing additional footage when his mother questioned an unclean kitchen Muse left behind after one nightly filming. With the advent of the internet in 1999, Muse began frequent online forums centered around cannibal fetishism. Since at least 1998, using the alias Frankie with the username Anthrophagus, and styling himself as a butcher, Muse voiced interest primarily in killing, dismembering, and cannibalizing another person, but also fantasized about being cooked and eaten by someone else. Do we want to keep do we want to keep?
No, this is fine.
Because this feels like the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes. You know, for you listening, we're done with this. This is actually kind of gross. Enjoy. Okay. Sometimes people are gay who are cannibals. That's the solution to all of this.
Congratulations, you cracked the code.
There you go. You know, there's a second Forrest Gump movie coming up. Forrest Gump 2.
Oh, what?
Yeah, have you heard about that?
No. What? Who's it about?
It's Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, of course, because Tom Hanks is always going to be Forrest Gump. And his son, do you know who's going to play his son? His AIDS baby is going to be played by Timothy Chalamet. And
but why?
Because apparently there was a manuscript for the sequel to Forrest Gump, even though Forrest Gump is a perfect movie. It ends in a perfect way.
What is it? What does it need a sequel for? Insane.
So the second movie, the second movie is called Gump and Company.
This is fucking stupid as hell. I hate this shit so much. I mean, I know it's totally unoriginal to say it, but like,
I read the plot. The plot is actually kind of fucking insane. Like, let's actually read the plot.
All right, what is it?
In 1980, the shrimp market exploded and Forrest cannot keep up with the demand, adding to Forrest's troubles. Lieutenant Dan sells off his share of the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and the company eventually goes under. To make ends meet, he gets a job as a janitor in a strip club, where he meets a former colleague football teammate who gets him in a tryout for the New Orleans Saints. Forrest is concerned that he has lost some of his running ability, but does so for the sake of his family. For a time, Forrest pulls the team up in the rankings, but gets cut when he says he cannot make a game due to Jenny's death and her subsequent funeral. Jenny's mother is in poor health, and Forrest resolves to earn money to support his son, Forrest Jr., who only recently became aware that Forrest is his actual father. Again, unemployed, Forrest sells phony encyclopedias door to door, but this is criticized by Little Forrest. By the way, that's the name of Timothy Chalamet. It's going to be Little Forrest. Who points out glaring errors chancing upon the house of wealthy women whose husband is wrapped up in a research. Forrest helps create the infamous new Coke, getting him a new job with a conglomerate after he cannot remember the formula. When he is hounded day and night to duplicate the effort, he feigns success, but the gala event to debut the drink turns into a mob when people think it's awful. Forrest flees by train and gets a job on a pig farm where he convinces the commanding sergeant major, one of Forrest's confederates from the Vietnam War, of a nearby army base to supply them with garbage to feed the pigs. This becomes a success and leads to an idea to create energy from pig dung, but Forrest fails to check control gauges, ending into a messy disaster. Forrest flees Alabama from Washington, D.C. this is the second one is where everything goes wrong. Nothing works.
What? This is insane. What, he was a millionaire in the first one. Couldn't he? Wouldn't he be like investing in what?
But this is realistic though. This is where his his retardation finally caught up to his good luck, and where he started just making things go wrong and having to flee by train.
This is very stupid. I hate this. I hate this.
Once at Union Station in Washington, Forrest sees a homeless, handicapped man who says he is Lieutenant Dan, who had fallen in with those who took advantage of him and absconded with his retirement money, leaving him bankrupt. On top of that, Dan has become half blind. Forrest, not wishing to see Dan homeless, says they will work something out. Forrest soon meets with a mere colonel who recruits Forrest into a clandestine mission to Iran. They meet with Ronald Reagan.
What?
On the mission itself, they meet Ayatollah Khomeini. The mission is discovered and everyone disavows responsibility, save for Forrest, who is jailed. Sometime later, Forrest and the other prisoners are eligible for a work release program.
The prisoners in Iran?
I look, to which they are put to work under religious rehabilitation at Holy Land, along with John Hickley Jr., where he accidentally exposes Jim Backer's affair with his secretary. I did. No, whoever wrote the Forrest Gump movies has the craziest imagination.
This is cocaine. This is definitely cocaine.
Forrest then works with Ivan Boesky and Michael Milken on Wall Street, where he and his son meet a young actor there while shooting Big, who makes awkward remarks such as life is like a box of chocolate, which fails to impress them. After sleeping with his attractive secretary, Forrest is visited by Jenny's ghost, who is worried about Forrest. Not on the account of the affair, because you could cheat on your ghost wife, but because he has not questioned why he has been getting lots of money to simply sign papers. Sure enough, he is set up to be the fall guy for their schemes, but his trial is I cannot read this.
Okay, hold on. I'm just skipping ahead here, just because for my own sake. He's involved in smashing down the Berlin Wall. He gets deployed to the Gulf War. His tank crew captures Saddam Hussein, and then they release him.
Let's just read through the plot.
Okay,
I'm locked in. He's later met by two MPs who tell him that due to an error being medically released while in Vietnam, his enlistment has yet to expire and he is back on active duty. He is taken from New York City to a remote post in Alaska while his son stays behind. Forrest considers Alaska a nice change of pace from the superficiality of Manhattan, but ends up accidentally wrecking the Exxon Valdez after a drunken night with an old friend. In the environmental hoopla that ensues, the army spirits Forrest out of the States and decides to quiet his involvement, as court-martialing a Medal of Honor recipient would look bad. Forrest is then assigned to the reputed worst job in the army, cleaning mud off tank treads in West Germany. Forrest also meets an attractive blonde woman named Gretchen, who works in a beer hall originally from East Germany. Gretchen was spirited to the West, but her family still remains in the Soviet zone. Forrest and Gretchen start dating, but when Forrest suggests buying little Forrest an Oompa horn, Gretchen thinks he cannot afford such a gift on a private salary and suggests better report could be built through writing letters explaining his situation in Germany. When Forrest's background in pro football is discovered, he gets recruited for the unit football team. During a game, Forrest punts the ball, which flies over the Berlin Wall, caused another turn of events where people in both East and West Berlin start breaking the wall with sledgehammers.
Yeah, he's responsible for the fall of the Berlin Wall.
That's right. Forrest is deployed for the Gulf War, where he is reunited with Lieutenant Dan, who is blind and handicapped. His tank crew captures Saddam Hussein. Norman Schwarzkopf is shocked at this, while privately praising such initiative. He remarks they got all of them in trouble with President George H.W. Bush, as it was not the orders to get Saddam, and orders Saddam return. They do so, taking Saddam to the outskirts of Baghdad. However, right afterward, they're hit by friendly fire. Forrest flees to safety, but not Lieutenant, who says his time has come, like all his ancestors who died in an American war. Forrest starts harvesting oysters and builds it into a very successful business with the help of Forrest Jr. and all his old contacts when thinking about investments. When thinking about investing the proceeds, he meets Bill and Hillary Clinton at Whitewater. The final chapter deals with Forrest arguing with Forrest Jr., who has taken up to adolescent rebellion by clandestinely drinking beer, and Forrest Sr. laying down the law in an old-fashioned way. Forrest gets one final visit from Jenny, from the ghost of Jenny, by the way, saying that he has set their son straight and she likes that German girl, implying she is ready to cross over to heaven. Forrest marries Gretchen, and his story gets put into film. Oh my God, this is such a nightmare of a plot. What the fuck?
Hold on, read the next. Keep going.
Cancelled film adaptation. A Gump and Company film was in the works at one point. Due to the success of the first book and film, screenwriter Eric Roth submitted a script for the sequel on September 10th, 2001, but after September 11 attack the next day, there was a sense that the world had changed and that the plot of Gump and Company was no longer relevant. The project ended up languishing in development hell.
I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, a big thank you to Osama bin Laden for planning and executing the attacks of September 11th, which had the effect of preventing this film from seeing the light of day. Thank you. I can only offer America's deepest appreciation.
Maybe that was the point of 9/11, is that he really liked the first movie and didn't want his childhood memories to get ruined by the second one.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I agree with him wholeheartedly.
This might have been the most crack-headed plot I've read in my life. Like,
What
this
the
cannot
fuck?
make sense.
This is, again, I mean, so much fucking cocaine. Can you even imagine? And I get that the first Forrest Gump part of the joke was, oh, he's involved in all these things and he did all that. But they already did all that. And then as a result of it, he ends up, in a position where he shouldn't need to be doing that again. He's already been nationally famous for running across the country and stuff. What the fuck? It's crazy.
Apparently there's a trailer. I gotta fucking see this motherfucking trailer.
All right.
Hi, Mom.
Trees. No. Oh, this is fake. This has to be fake. This is
No, it's not.
This is AI. I don't believe this. I genuinely don't believe
Dad,
this.
I'm having a hard time deciding what to
This
do
is
with my
AI.
life.
This is for sure AI. This is 100 billion % AI. Okay. All right.
Oh, it is.
You have,
says-
you
oh,
have
yeah, it's a
let
concept.
yourself be tricked.
Oh my god. I wanted to see.
They got you.
Fuck it, let's just
Corvo.
watch
They
this
got
anyway.
you. They got you. They got you. No, I mean,
I'm watching this anyway.
this sucks.
Yeah, it's the dumbest shit ever.
Just run.
Only if you have sneakers.
So stupid.
Only you have sneakers.
Wait, why does he sound dignified and coherent? It doesn't sound like this anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds like a real person.
because it's trained on like Tom Hanks's voice generally
Yeah.
and not the movie, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is AI. This sucks so bad.
Yeah, if you're gonna do Forrest Gump AI, at least gump it up a bit. You
had
can't just have a normal guy talking.
They also pretty clearly had like the script is generated by AI because the words don't make any sense either.
It's so
Dad might
lazy.
not be the smartest guy around.
The music is insane too.
Maybe we're just overthinking.
It's like discordant. It's giving me anxiety. This is horrible. This is the word.
Yeah, this,
I love this. I love that we're burning down like the entire Amazon rainforest to make this fucking crap, this garbage. Holy fuckamole.
again,
This is more
just
of the
concept.
same. It's this exact same thing. It's fucking idiotic. No, you have let yourself be tricked. I don't think this is a real thing.
You don't think I would watch Forrest Gump 2 if it came out? I would 100% go to the
I know
movie
you
theater
would.
by myself.
I know that you would watch it, but what I'm saying to you is
I want to
that
see
it
Tom
is
Hanks
fake.
be Forrest Gump.
I'm saying I don't think this
Tom
is real
Hanks.
at all. I think this is a rumor you've heard about or something.
Ever since I saw Forrest Gump when I was a child, Tom Hanks has always been Forrest Gump. He's just different types of Gump.
No, Forrest Gump
Forrest
2
Gump.
is not real. Okay, great.
It's gonna happen at some point.
No, this is made up. Someone made this up on the internet. Frankly, I don't believe you.
Well,
Now I
what do
don't
you
believe that Wikipedia article.
No, there is a real there is a real book called Trump.
No, this is
Gump and
a
Company.
Wikipedia entry. I also don't believe this. Who wrote this entry? Well, now I want to get real conspiracy brained. All right, well, look at the history of this page. Who's been contributing to it?
Look, it's a
What
real.
are the tool? There are tools you can use to look up the authors of Wikipedia pages.
Randy
Yeah,
Quinn.
I don't know.
You don't think
I don't
Randy
know.
Quinn?
I don't know
seems
who
like a
Randy
rebel?
Quinn is. Randy Quinn added what 4 characters or something? The fuck? I don't know about all this. I don't like this.
There is a book called Gump and Company.
Yeah.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Well, the book maybe, but wait, who wrote this? When was this published? This says 2010.
Groom gives a valiant, sometimes even soulful performance. Many people will enjoy and appreciate what Gump and Company has to say about our times, our world, and ourselves.
Okay, now
Kinky
did Winston
Friedman.
Groom Did Winston Groom write the first book, or is this just someone's weird fan fiction?
This name does not seem real. Kinky Friedman?
I mean, that might literally be like a pen name, like they made that name up for. Yeah, his real name is Richard. The Kinky is just a nickname. Yeah. Winston Francis Groom Jr. Was an American author. He is best known for his best-selling novel Forrest Gump. Okay, fair enough. So the same guy who wrote Forrest Gump, he did write a novel that is a sequel. I will believe at least that much. All the rest of this, though, about a movie getting made, this is made up. You, unfortunately, Corvo, got.
Yeah, that's fine. So, do you want to talk about the Hasan stuff? I think it's funny. I think the memes are just funny.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I mean, I know I was annoyed with it on the day of, just because it's such a fucking eye roll thing about this fucking dog and the collar and all this stuff. It's so bad faith.
So this is the infamous clip that started this whole Twitter storm.
Kaya, please just fucking.
So he reaches for it he reaches for the kill one.
And
but
then
he didn't get a
dies.
chance to turn the voltage to he didn't get a chance to turn the voltage up to lethal.
No, he just has it at lethal at all time. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Well, that was him shocking his dog because she dared to get off of it, and she. Oh, and by the way, also the AI memes is so stupid.
This is, I mean, look, this whole thing is stupid, but the memes are fantastic.
It's so funny.
Look at this.
Kidding, I had to shock him. So dumb. I mean,
it's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't pretend that's not as annoying as in bad faith as I think these arguments are. The tape thing. I mean, this is the worst. I look at this and I don't know what to make of this. Because okay.
So it's supposed to be like this model, and he removed the prompts apparently. Now someone actually got this model.
So if you look here, these are the contact points. Even if I were to take off this contact point, so I'm just going to take off one, right? So let's say I took it off trying to pretend like I didn't have contact points there to begin with. They're not called prongs, they're contact points. There's still a screw there that can't come off.
Oh, yeah.
This does not come off at all. That indicates that there's supposed to be a contact point right there, right?
Yeah, people were thinking that those were female connectors, but they're male connectors. He would have had to take like a saw to that or something. It's so crazy. The thing, all of this is insane to me because it's all based on like what model did he get or whatever, and it's like whatever company produces this, very clearly they have like one factory in China where they either push through the bottom of the thing to make the two ports for the prongs to come out, or they don't, right? And it's the same fucking casing for all of it, and so all this games about trying to profile it or whatever, right? This is all just nonsense. All of this is just a way to attack Hasan for something other than his politics, because attacking him for his politics has not been working for these fucking lunatics, right? And so this is something, some little bit of I mean, a desperate man, falling off the edge of a cliff, right? You'll cling to anything, right? I mean, that's what this is.
I saw this TikTok.
Okay.
It says, Hasan uses the power of Zeus. I gotta see this.
I'm doing great, and my dog, Kaya, she's doing excellent. She's right behind me, bro. Kaya!
Dude, did you just fucking elect?
Great.
That's so
Awesome.
funny. I mean, the memes are insane. I mean, this is fucking hilarious.
the Raiden one. The Raiden one does make you laugh. That's silly. He's the god of lightning.
Hasan, the moment he sees his dog exercise free will. There's nothing funnier than this in the whole universe. This is the funniest thing in the universe, by the way.
What's annoying to me, and the thing is, I'm not even a normal Hasan stream watcher, right? I kind of don't have the patience to sit there and listen to him get angry with his chat and stuff. But I mean,
Right.
if you watch it even a little bit, I mean, that dog gets up and walks around all the time, and there's not issues with it. It's just in that exact moment, Hassan was a little upsetty spaghetti, and he didn't want to have to also be dealing with his dog. So he made her go lay back down on the thing instead of probably, like he said, getting ready to lay down on the hardwood floor, which is bad for her joints and, is a thing that she just can't do, right? I mean, or can't be allowed to do.
The biggest critics of Hassan has been XQC and Ethan Klein. Well, Ethan Klein is just obsessed, but XQC actually has, he put his money where his mouth is because he has $50,000 on this, riding on this whole story.
Yeah, but how are they going to prove it either way? He'll never accept that he's been proven wrong. I mean,
he did an investigation. we gotta. There's a part of this. I saw a bit of this.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of him perched like a gargoyle, trying to, examining video frame by frame, like the fucking Zapruder film. Like, yeah, I saw that too. There's nothing that could be on the screen in front of him, and there's no set of words that could be said to him where he's going to admit, like, oh, I guess I was wrong. This just doesn't happen, It could turn out that there's been like a Truman Show style, like, conspiracy to videotape every second of Hassan's life, and that they could show a recording of him buying the collar, right, and being like, this isn't shock, right? And then it still wouldn't believe it. It wouldn't matter. There's literally nothing that would be sufficient for these people.
This is what I call crackhead research, because this shit is the funniest shit in the world.
Look at the expression on his face, right? Don't look at what he's maneuvering. Look at the concentration. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, he's about to lose 50,000.
Look at look at the need. Look at the need on his face. This must happen.
He's so locked in.
Yeah. I mean, look at he's already cropped the image, and then he's taking a crop of a crop.
In paint. Oh shit. I mean,
enhance.
Those 5 pixels over there really tell a whole story.
It's getting really hard to tell what we're even looking at here, right? Like, it's starting to get very blurry. There's no usable details. Honestly, I see a dark shape and a light circle, and that's it. What am I supposed to infer from this?
If someone showed me this on the street, like, hey, what do you make of this? I would say, I don't know. It's just porn. Like, well, why is it so
crazy
blurry?
Person? What? Yeah.
What is this? What am I looking at? The chat is the funniest thing in the world, though.
Are these two separate frames? Is that what he's doing? Is he literally going frame by frame? No, I think he's showing that like it's blinking in one and not in the other or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a light on the side, maybe, or something. What am I supposed to infer?
It beeps.
Here's what we're meant to do from all this, right? Okay, it beeps. Okay, it beeps. Here's what we're meant to infer from all of this. Okay, Hasan used a collar that has prongs on it. Therefore, he shocked his dog. Therefore, he is a bad person. Therefore, he's wrong about socialism. Therefore, we are owned, right? I mean, this is what we're intended to take from this, right?
But we gotta
do all these steps.
People made that connection. They said, "Oh, you pretend to care about genocide, but then you abuse your own animals." Like
that is weird too. That means that they're saying that like dogs should be treated, that like people should be treated worse than dogs, right? Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love animals, and I do kind of generally hate people, right? But the idea that I would elevate an animal not wearing a shock collar over human children not being bombed. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like a moral ladder or whatever, right? That first rung of like, hey, don't commit genocide, that's a much lower rung than be very nice to your dog, right? Like
Well, you can do both. You can not do genocide, and also you cannot shock your dog.
Right. But I'm just saying, if someone were to drop one of those two, right? The thing that would be less weird to me is them being a little cruel to a dog, right? I mean, there are people in the United States who think it is totally normal to keep their dog crated for like 8 hours a day while they're at the office, right? Their dog sits in a box all day while they go into work, and then they come home, and then their dog is allowed to be out. And that is considered normal behavior by quite a lot of people, including people who claim to be like, veterinarians and stuff like that, right? So, this notion of like whatever, this electrocution collar. Yeah. Right. This notion like this is some unthinkable animal cruelty that Hasan is committing, and somehow worse than like a genocide in Gaza or whatever. I mean, this is crazy thinking.
I mean, look, now we look at these arrows. Green light beeps. And what is this? What is this?
Red circle.
Stop. There's no bump.
Okay, so he's doing the collar, I guess. He's trying to do a profile view of the collar.
Yeah.
This is like police sketch artists, but like the most insane. This should be written on his bathroom wall and shit.
I mean, the comments are fucking hilarious. He was charging his dog.
And then
Pop's beat. I was waiting for this schizo shit for so much time. I was waiting for this. Okay, so it's just
all right.
Okay. Yeah. Where's? But you know what Hasan's actual problem is, and Hasan should realize this. Hasan's real problem is that he needs to understand that people will just do and think whatever the opposite of what he says and thinks, and he doesn't use that for his advantage. If he went out and said there's no genocide in Gaza, every single one would agree that there is a genocide happening and call Hasan a genocide apologist, and the genocide would be over in 1 month. So, in a lot of ways, Hasan caused the genocide in Gaza.
Yeah, it's actually his fault.
The world just is anti whatever. Here's the thing. I'm not like in love with Hasan, but the thing is, when people are just so crazily, irrationally anti-Hasan, I kind of have to defend him because like it's either that or it's just agreeing with everyone who's crazy about him.
Yeah. We talked about this a little before. I mean, I think Hasan, I don't think he has a really well-developed idea of socialism, of a lot of left-wing thought. Not that I'm a big theory guy. I'm also not a fan of theory, but I don't think Hasan can give a nice answer. If I were to ask him like what socialism is, right, I don't think I would get a satisfactory answer from him. I think he spends a lot of time yelling at his chat and yelling at randos and other stuff that makes his stream, at least for me, unlistenable. Now I'm maybe too old for his demographic or whatever. I just feel like I can't really claim to be a fan of his in that sense because I don't really listen to his long form streams. Got a lot of clips I like, for sure, but I'm not a Hasanabi head. But
I've never actually watched his live streams.
Yeah. But that said, I mean, you look at the sort of people that criticize him and the things that they have said and the things that they believe, and it's like, okay, well, if these are his enemies, I mean, he's got to be doing something right, because it's all people who were like on the wrong side of Gaza getting bombed. XQC, the reason he got famous was for getting kicked out of the Overwatch League because he kept dropping slurs. I mean,
is that true? I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his like claim to fame is how he got started. Ethan Klein, who's like, oh, I don't support Israel's actions, but also fuck every person who's ever spoken out against Israel, right? I mean, it's like, okay, well, I don't, these things that you hear about these sorts of disagreements that they've had with Hasan, and then all of a sudden they're talking about some shit with a dog collar or whatever, and it's like, oh, they've just given up. They've given up trying to make a real argument. Now they're just trying to personally assassinate him in particular, right?
The fact that he had more to say about the whole Hasan thing than the whole mess with Destiny and the person who might or might not be a minor, who he did one segment on that and then apologized to Destiny and called him super smart.
Yeah,
I used to be a super fan. I remember you used to criticize me all the time for being a super hardcore fan of Destiny, but I honestly I couldn't with all the insanity he went through, it just became less politics and more drama, just drama. He has to fight with the whole world.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna debate my wife. I mean, the debate her into like not divorcing me or whatever. Insane. I
think that was a joke.
It's so brain poison. No, it was not a joke. It was very clearly not a joke. No. Oh yeah, he debated his mom. I mean,
he did debate his mom. That is fun. I mean, I've debated my. I've debated my mom
publicly. You brought your mom on stream for the whole world to hear her.
I would never
opinions
do that. That would be so embarrassing.
Right, correct. But he's not capable of human shame because that switch got burned out a long time ago.
It's good content. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's literally all that matters is good content. Good content. Good content.
This is the follow-up video he did when Hasan revealed his collar. And XQC started losing it even more. And the chat started losing it even more. Tampering or built-in function. Built-in function. Like Bill and Tin as in the element.
Richard
Jesus
Tin.
Christ. Wait, someone said pay up and apologize.
On the outside, this is on the inside. Give me one theory now.
This is just him being inside outside means he doesn't understand.
Give me an action.
He doesn't understand that we exist in a 3-dimensional space that you can take a thing and you can take a thing.
It's a collar
and flip it. He doesn't have spatial reasoning. This is a 2-dimensional guy living in a 3D world, and he's freaking out about the nature of reality not making sense.
Theory, so we can we don't look stupid later.
Why is there height, width, and length? How does that work?
Oh, dude, you're telling me the 3 dimensions? Oh, dude. Fucking stupid. Yeah.
I gotta see. Bro, are you dumb? You can't just turn around the collar. Yeah. What the fuck? It depends on you. Yeah, this is what we said. You can just turn around. You can put it on a way. It's both ways. No, try put on a necklace on yourself. Lol, just turn it around.
Oh, fuck. Does he see this? Hold on, play it.
Yeah, he sees this. He's like looking right at it.
You're dumb.
He reads
turn
it.
Around the collar. You're dumb. Jesus Christ. My brain is
and
he gave up immediately. He gave up immediately. Fuck. This is sad.
Oh, fuck. You're looking at 2 color ranges on a fucking 40p image. Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's another problem.
Too late. You already look stupid. I mean, there's a hole. He tampered a hole. Oh, there's a hole. He can't tamper a hole. Okay.
It's rebooting.
This is so funny. He banned someone for noticing that, like, yeah, the blinking side could be on either side because the whole collar could be flipped and still put around the dog's neck. No problem. This is so wildly stupid.
Oh fuck! It's good content. It's good content. I live with it, dude. I'm not even listening to what XQC is saying. I'm just the chat is The reason Twitch work is because the chat is funnier than
Yeah.
all the Twitch streamers combined.
Yes.
No
yes,
Twitch
exactly.
streamer is funnier than the chat.
Yeah, because there's so too many brains cooking up shit every second, right? Like, yeah.
Booting?
No,
I gotta keep-
that guy in the chat owned his ass, and that guy in the chat barely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, did you see? He wasn't even forming complete sentences. It didn't even make like the things he was saying were not really proper English, but it didn't matter because he was still totally right. And XQC couldn't get through 2 sentences of it before he knew that he was fucked and just had to be like, abort, ban him. Get it out of here. This is stupid.
His brain actually broke. Let's just see. I don't want.
Next.
Go back to remote. Okay. Might be 2 different colors. Some days he puts on the Dog Destroyer 280 or the K9 Crisper 4000. That's some funny shit. That is the funniest shit in the world. That is
K9 Crisper. It's stupid.
I mean, 2 different colors. Some people put on a Dog Destroyer, and then something put a Cannibals Crisper.
And then he's done with the chat.
Now let's look at the problems. Now let's look at the.
I mean, just the drawing. This is a child's drawing. This is an imbecile drawing shit on paint, thinking he figured some shit out.
This is a nightmare, right? This is his. How much money did you say is on the line?
$50,000.
$50,000, and these are the like technical drawings that he's doing or whatever to try to prove his case. Fucking, the internet's so insane. Oh my god! Just we should put an end to this. We should put an end to all social media. This is all a fucking mistake.
I'm not calling him that. Other people are saying it.
Oh god! And now we've got
this.
And now we've got the fucking. Now we've got the fucking the Rat King involved here. We've got the Lord of the Roaches.
Yeah, speaking of animal abuse, this guy used a dead rat. He admitted proudly that he used a dead rat as
I feel like that's
wake-up
him.
clock.
That's gotta be him. That's gotta be him. Like lore building about himself or whatever, right? But it's so gross. He is Nurgle. He is the fucking god of death and decay. Nurgle. Yeah, it's so so intrinsically gross, and it's so weird because it's like, dude, you're a millionaire. You could pay someone to clean up after you every day. You could have a spotless home every single day if you want to.
He can buy a new home.
Correct.
You're right. He is Nurgle. He likes garbage. I think.
Yeah.
I think
it's how he draws it gives him his strength. That's where his power.
You know how fish have. You know how fish and frog have like a protective layer of slime. I think he has a protective layer of like junk that if he washes himself, he's just gonna get an infection and die.
There's just
he's too lucky.
There's a covering of just roach feces all over his skin that just. keeps out all the other the really harmful stuff, the spores from all those the mold that's growing. Yeah.
Okay, so by the way, we are also autistic. This is what content creation is. We're watching a guy watch memes.
To be fair, you are the one directing this. I would not have these videos in front of us if we. Given my choice,
I just think that I saw this the other day, and I think this is like the funniest thing in the world.
The memes are so stupid.
That is crazy.
Okay, so at least Asmongold is realizing that this whole thing is a joke. Like he's not.
Yeah,
he has said he doesn't care about the animals either way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not the right take or whatever, but fine, whatever. I mean, well, there is also a question of, okay, what's the worst case? What's the worst? So he has one of those a shock, like a bark color or shock color or whatever, that like actually shocks the dog. How much is it shocking him? Because I've been shocked before, and I mean, if it's if it's a little tiny, like it's just annoying. It's not, you can there's getting shocked and then there's like really getting shocked. Now granted she yelped in the video, so I guess it would be enough to make her yelp, but I've also never heard her yelp like that on stream before. So I don't know, is this a new, maybe he's trying out like a new collar that's like stronger than before or whatever? Like you'd think this would have happened. I mean, he streams what, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week or whatever. Like if this were a thing that he were doing all the time, it would happen probably a little more, right?
And also there's a huge element of hypocrisy that if you're on the right, if you're MAGA, if you're Republican, you have no right to talk about anyone abusing their dog at all. Because remember when Christy Nome talked about her in her book?
Sir, are you slandering Ethan Klein by calling him MAGA and right wing? He's gonna sue you for that, just so you know. All right. Anybody who says something bad about him gets a lawsuit.
I own nothing. He can take whatever he wants. I'll just the next day I'll work and I'll rebuild it again. But so Christy Nome, do you remember the story of Christy Nome?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, this sounds.
So she bragged about a hunting dog I think she had that wasn't good at hunting, and that she took it out and shot it in the head and unalived it, right? And
had an aggressive personality. Okay.
And needed to be trained to be used for hunting pheasant. Cool. So just making animals tear other animals apart. That's awesome.
Unfortunately, Cricket ruined the hunt, going, quote, out of her mind with excitement, chasing all those birds and having the time of her life. Well, we better fucking put that dog down. Having
the
fun,
dog was actually having fun
chasing birds. That's not what a dog is for. A dog is your slave, okay? That's why you have a dog. It's a machine for retrieving animals that you kill, not for having fun. Oh, okay. So the dog did try to bite her. Okay, I guess there was a little more to it. It wasn't just that the dog had fun. When Gnome finally grabbed Cricket, she says the dog, quote, whipped around to bite me. Then, as the chicken's owner wept, Gnome repeatedly apologized for the shocked family. Check, quote, for the price they asked and helped them dispose of the carcasses littering the scene. Through it all, Gnome says Cricket was the picture of pure joy. Oh, yeah, because it killed some chickens. Well, yeah, because you had this fucking feral dog that you took on pheasant hunts and stuff. It's used to chasing birds and killing them. I hated that dog, that Gnome writes, adding that Cricket had proved herself, quote, untrainable, dangerous to anyone she came in contact with, and, quote, less than worthless, ... as a hunting dog. Jesus. At
what
that
about
moment,
as a companion?
Gnome says, I realized I had to put her down. Had to. I don't think you had to.
Yeah, you could just keep her.
Or just try to get the dog trained better. Like maybe you're just not doing a good job, right? I mean, you said untrainable, but maybe that's just you have failed. Have you considered that maybe you're not good at training dogs?
Remember, it's like that story of
who's a well-trained dog, right? Fucking Kaya. That dog.
Yeah.
You saw the video of Hasan walking with that dog, where she doesn't need to be on a leash. She if he gives the command, she walks right next to him at his pace. And if he gives another command, she can run around and sniff stuff and do whatever she wants. And then as soon as he says so, she comes back and walks next to him. Now, a dog that's that well trained, okay, but maybe it needed a shock collar to get to that point, and Hasan was so cruel that he was willing to use it when he was training the dog or whatever. But now she behaves perfectly, right? So why is he still having her wear a shock collar every Tuesday? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's really strange.